Next up, we'll have Brianna DiGregorio to share her small testimony.
Hi, I just wanted to tell you how God has worked in my life up until this point, graduated high school. Okay, so I grew up in a Christian family and I had a great childhood full of love, adventure, and imagination. My parents divorced when I was 4, which I was all excited about because I was getting a new house and I got to paint my new room. I remember brushing it off my shoulders, I didn't even care. But when I grew up, my grandma told me about how 4-year-old Brianna came over to her house and crawled behind the couch and cried. I guess I've always been that way, convincing myself that I can handle it, that I can get over it, that I'm okay. My problems aren't big enough for God. It's not important, it's my fault anyway. My parents have been the best they can be, but they are divorced, which will take its toll on any kid. And so I retreated, I gradually disconnected myself from them. I thought that God would not provide the love that I needed. A void took over my heart and I felt like I had no one. I knew in my mind I had plenty of friends, plenty of family that loved me, but it didn't matter, my walls were built. I spent my 8th grade year asking, why me? And let's not forget what a confusing time those first few teenage years are. If I could just figure out who I was, if someone just loved me, then that void would go away. And let me tell you, I found something. In high school, where solid Christian friends are a rare species, God had started to become a part of my life, rather than my life being centered around Him. Sophomore year, I started questioning my faith and questioning my purpose. I ran in circles trying to logically figure out and explain everything, but I'm human. I'm not meant to understand everything. I can't. That's why we are called to have faith. He soon made it clear to me that I could trust in Him, and that He had a plan for my life. Just in time for junior year, I really felt anchored in my faith, and it was stronger than ever, and I was ready to take on the world with the God of angel armies by my side. I thought that I was prepared for anything that the enemy could throw at me, but I could have never predicted that He would use myself against me. This internal anguish that I experienced was an unfamiliar pain that I had no idea how to fight. I went into this metaphorical coma, where my will to live no longer existed and a beast sought out to extinguish my very being. I couldn't keep up with clubs or schoolwork. I couldn't enjoy social events. I couldn't even get out of bed. I had hit this wall called depression. In October, I found myself pacing my friend's kitchen, arguing with God about whether or not to tell someone that I was self-harming. There was that faith thing again. He might as well have told me to go jump off a cliff and go plummeting into darkness, telling me, don't worry, I'll catch you. The next day, I told a teacher, and things got way worse before they got better. It felt like I was falling forever. I went into therapy, but I resented it. I was internally ripping myself apart. Everything inside had collapsed. This plan He had for me was not worth the pain. I really thought I was done. There was nothing left for me, and I had started making my own plans. But then, one of the most respected seniors at the school committed suicide. God used this tragedy to give me perspective. So fast forward a few months later, standing by a gorgeous lake, crying to a friend, just as I was telling her, I just feel like God isn't there, a beautiful, bright red dragonfly landed on my shoulder and stayed there for several minutes. I didn't even notice until it finally flew away and she told me. This showed me that God was there all along, even during the several months when I didn't notice. From there, God started putting just the right people in my life to aid me in my battle. He shined a light on American Sign Language, which became my passion and motivation. Through talking to different people and reading different things, He showed me who I am, a daughter of the King. What else is that? Whatever is going on in my life, however I'm feeling, if it's my fault, I am already accepted. He is extending His arm to me. I just have to take His hand. Just like a dad, I can go to Him at any time and I can cry out, Lord, save me. And just like with Peter, Jesus will immediately help. Last year, I thought I wasn't going to be able to graduate high school. Last year, I was standing on emptiness. But by the grace of God, here I am today, and I'll be going to college soon, and I've got a bright future ahead of me. And though I still face trials, I know that He loves me and He will never fail me. Thank you.
Amen.